Hello. So this is my Linux setup as a 3D artist. So let's begin. First, it's really not important what distribution you use in Linux. You can do this in like almost every single distribution. Of course, if you ever used Linux, the terminal is an important part. It's actually quite efficient using a terminal instead of a GUI or a graphical user interface. Why? It can do shit faster. For me, I really need to automate a few other things, but like connecting to the proxy network, it's just a single command. Downloading a video, single command. Changing Wacom mapping is a single command. Launching the ZBrush, yeah. So it's actually an amazing experience using Linux as an artist. So in this setup here, I have Arch Linux. I should bring up the Arch Linux jar meme. I use Arch Linux jar meme. So in this setup, I have awesome window manager, and with Arch Linux, I have modified it, of course. So if I want to launch anything, I have many ways of launching it. First is the promote. I can move windows and scaling them in the Linux way by holding the super key, the left key to move them, and the right key to scale them. And in this hotkeys, you can see the hotkeys in here in this. Also, I think I have modified a lot. I'm not quite sure how many of these are default. I haven't done much to these, but most of them are being modified. So I have W to move to the second monitor. I have a second monitor. Super Q to quit. I have Super P to launch a program. I have Houdini here. It's worked like a charm. I have Blender. I have Krita. By the way, I tried to launch Photoshop on this build. It didn't work at all. And my Bob OS build, it did work, but the pressure sensitivity and the pen didn't function properly. So keeping that in mind, if you really want to use Linux, you gotta forget about Photoshop. However, Krita is really a decent alternative. Like, it's really good. By the way, I have workspaces. Each monitor is independent. Like, this is the first monitor. I have 9 workspaces here. I have 9 for the second monitor. If I had a third monitor, I can also have a 9 for the third monitors. So this is really convenient as an artist that spend a lot of time doing things on my computer. It saves me a shit tons of time. As for the performance on the Linux program is just outstanding. It's awesome. For the non-Linux program, the Windows program, let me show you ZBrush. So I can automate that in like one key or add it to the programs, but I chose not to. Yeah, so the tablet works fine. Everything here works perfectly, honestly, except one thing, except this in here. Like, wow, it works too. This time around, everything worked as expected, so it really doesn't have any problem. It really functions properly. You can, like, let me pick something quickly. Project, recent, quick save filter, to, yeah, it just works fine, dude. Awesome. you know. Let me launch Krita too. Krita. So I haven't really spent that much time configuring the system. I have spent like only a week. And that's a lot of time for me. It's not a lot of time if you really want to configure your system, your window manager. Let me open some image. Download. So levels, like the performance of Krita is a little bit behind Photoshop. However, it's like really not a problem for me. I have here Ryzen 7 Ryzen 7's 1700, and it's just fine. I'm not sure if it's just for my system this way, it performed better on other systems. It's not the fastest CPU I mean. Yeah, and I had some issues with my Nvidia GPU, but it's not the Linux, it's the GPU that had the problem. So you know, as you can see, I can close and open things very fast. I can like quickly launch a file manager, go there, open something. I can move it to the second workspace. How do I move it to the second workspace? Forget about the hotkey. Of course I forgot about the hotkey. There's just tons of hotkey I need to remember every single day for each program. Move to a tag 2. They call it tags, not workspaces. Shift super 2. So yeah. So I am in 2. So shift super 1. Shift super 1. Yeah. I want to make a by the way, let me open up the Vim. Of course I forget where it was. It was in config. Awesome. RC Lua. Yeah. Recover, edit anyway. Recover, quit, abort, open, read only. So yeah, I'm kinda that nerdy artist that do take art. So we have, if I search for W, can't find it. If I did this, and where is the W? I'll move the screen. So move the screen, move to screen. I want to program a function that allows me to swap between the screens. So if I had 2 screens, it swap between them. But if I had 3 screens, it swap the content dynamically. For example, swapping from the content on the screen A to screen B, or swapping it from screen A to screen B, and the screen B to screen C, and the screen C to screen A. And this way I can have a faster workflow. I'm already like beyond what I was. This is really exciting for me. For the theming here, I'm not very satisfied about the color, but I really don't have too much time to spend on it. Yeah. So this is a quick video I wanted to make. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any question, drop them down below, and I will drop also my Discord down below. If you want to chat with me, I am totally open for that. Yeah, see ya. Yeah, I forgot about something. Here I have few more functionality. For example, I can make this window float on top of any other window, like this image. And by the way, my image viewer doesn't have any border or anything, and there's no title bar. I can enable the title bar, but why would I? You know, if I move this, or for example, if I open Blender, launch Blender, if I open Blender here, you can see how I can add an image as a reference if I needed, and work here. Yeah, there is a pure reference, and I have it here. Pure reference. A pure reference allows you to do something very similar on Windows, but this is like an extra luxury for me. I can grab a video and put it in here and work on the something I want to work on it, or draw something from the reference without having to include it inside the program. So I can simply do many things. And what's great about this is built in the system, so I don't really have to include it in every single program. Like, every single program doesn't have title bar except like the one, except few ones, of course, that has the title bar includes in the program. Wait, let me see Firefox. Yeah, Firefox doesn't have it, but a Brave browser has a title bar. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this one. Yeah, goodbye.